Hey guys, how's it going? Time for a channel update, alright? And October, man, if you remember October a few months ago, October was supposed to be the month that really made like millionaires like poor, alright? Because there's so much games coming out in October alone that it was like enough to fill the entire full year lineup of games coming out. Like that's how many games were coming out in October. But luckily, we had a lot of games delayed about a month or two ago that were coming out in October, and it really cleared the month open to now it's just much more it's just much more accessible, and it's easier to handle all the games that are coming out in October, right? So naturally, with October, we also have Halloween, and we have a lot of horror games releasing this month as well. We have two highly anticipated horror games, which everyone knows are Alien Isolation and The Evil Within. All right, two very hyped horror games, survival horror games that are really supposed to bring the genre back to its roots. All right, so we're going to be talking about those in just a little bit. I just want to do a quick recap of what I did last month, all right? Last month was the big release for Destiny, so I did cover that. I did my unboxing. I did a few videos of gameplay, all right? I didn't do as much as I originally was going to, as much as I originally said, but I did do some gameplay here and there. And you know, I beat the campaign a few weeks ago, so we're pretty much done with Destiny. I'm gonna go back sometime in the future and probably play the PvP, just because the competitive multiplayer is actually pretty fun in it. But I mean, it was all right. All right, let's just be honest, it was all right. And a few weeks after Destiny, we also had the Vanishing of Ethan Carter release on PC, and I did my impressions for that this past week. And I'm actually playing that right now. I stopped it to record this video, so I'm still playing through The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. We also had Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor release, as well as Forza Horizon 2. And I did the unboxing for both of those games. I did my first impressions for Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, but I did not do my first impressions for Forza Horizon 2 yet, alright? I am still waiting. I haven't played the game yet at all. It's sitting there on my shelf, but I'm still waiting to basically find time to actually record the first impressions, alright? Probably tomorrow, if not this weekend, definitely. It will be up sometime this week, so just keep that in mind. I'm just gonna have to find time to actually sit down and play it. Right now, I'm juggling The Vanishing of Ethan Carter and Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. I'm just trying to find the time to actually sit down and say, all right, I can now dedicate myself to Forza Horizon 2 for a little bit, at least before other stuff is coming out. All right, but I'm still gonna be doing my first impressions sometime this week. All right, so stay tuned for that, and pretty much that's what I did for September. It wasn't really jam-packed at all, but you know, we had some new game releases, which was nice. Now getting into October, all right, and the content that's coming up. Alien Isolation is the first game to release next Tuesday. I myself am super pumped for it. I'm really excited. I know a lot of people are sitting there, and I kind of feel bad, you know, because I look at Alien Isolation, I'm like, this game looks freaking incredible, right? And I haven't seen a single gameplay clip where I wasn't impressed, you know? The game just looks really, really, really good. It looks like a real, true Alien game that many, you know, that the fans really wanted, you know? And so I'm really looking forward to it, and that's coming out next Tuesday, and I see a lot of people are very skeptical about it. A lot of people are simply going to wait to find the reviews, and I feel so bad because of the controversy and how horrendous that Alien Colonial Marines turned up for a lot of the fans. It really just ruined the whole franchise. I mean, it ruined the whole franchise to the point where you get Alien Isolation that comes out. It looks everything like you want an actual Alien game to be. It's not even being developed by the same studio, and people are still skeptical to buy it. And it's sad. You know, you have to admit it's pretty sad when you're like, oh wow, I put all my time and effort into this game, but because we use this name and because the last game didn't do that well and we have nothing to do with that studio, people aren't going to trust us, or people are going to be very skeptical about what we produce. So it's going to be really interesting to see. Alien Isolation, if that game flops, all right, and I'm not talking about sales, but I'm talking about in terms of quality and actual game and actual game mechanics. If that game flops, I pretty much think we can say that Alien Isolation, in terms of actually the whole Alien franchise to begin with, is just pretty much going to be dead. All right, at least for a long time, because I don't know how much more they can do right now. I mean, they advertise this. They advertise a game. It looks incredible, but if they don't meet up to the expectations, if they don't actually deliver a good quality product, then a lot of people are just going to say screw it, and the Alien franchise is going to be pretty much dead for a really, really long time until time passes and people can get that taste out of their mouth. So it's going to be really interesting. There's a lot of responsibility that's leading up to Alien Isolation and that whole franchise, and if it fails, man, it's going to basically kill the whole series. So fingers crossed, you know, that it actually turns out to be really good and we actually get the first real true Alien game to release and to give, you know, the fans, us the fans, something that we can say, no, you know, this is how an Alien game should be, and it's going to be scary, it's going to be intense, it's going to make your heart skip a beat, it's going to be incredible. So hopefully that's the case. We're just going to have to wait and see. Regardless, I do have the game pre-ordered. I will be picking it up on release day, and I am super excited for that. Now, also releasing on that same day is Drive Club. All right, this was originally a launch title for PlayStation 4 way back in November of 2013. It got delayed, got delayed, got delayed, got delayed, got delayed, and now it's finally releasing October 7th, same day as Alien Isolation. Now, I am very interested in getting the game. In fact, I want to purchase it. I do realize that, you know, we do get a PlayStation Plus version of the game where we basically get a portion of it for free. That's all. It's like, I think they said like 20 cars or whatever, and like only a few tracks for free. But apparently you can still get like a platinum trophy with the version, so it's going to be interesting. I myself am looking forward to the game. I probably won't be downloading the PlayStation Plus version. I'm probably going to just wait until I get my hands on the full game, which may be Black Friday, around Christmas, depending on the deals that happen during that time, is when I'll be picking up Drive Club. But I'm going to wait to purchase the game, not because I'm not interested in playing it, but just because there's so much stuff coming out that even if I do happen to purchase it, I won't be getting to it for like weeks. So I might as well wait. I might as well not overwhelm myself with a lot of games and just wait and purchase Drive Club at a later date for a reduced price. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. The week after that is The Evil Within, as well as Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition. All right, I have The Evil Within pre-ordered. Looking forward to it. From Shinji Mikami, you know, the creator of the Resident Evil franchise, the father of survival horror. So it's going to be interesting. I know I was reading some of the game media, and they were saying that, oh, the game is kind of boring to play. It's not really that interesting. So, I mean, I don't know if that's just because a lot of people fell out of the original survival horror genre, and maybe it's just getting back to the old game mechanics, whatever. But I'm looking forward to it. I am. And if it can provide an interesting story, you know, a really scary atmosphere, it can be something special. All right. I really think The Evil Within is going to turn out to be a cult hit. You know, something like what was one of those cult hit games? You know those type of games where they have like a small fan base that really loves them and they get like kind of mediocre reviews all around. Mirror's Edge was kind of like that, so I think it's gonna be a similar situation. This is just me speculating based on what the media has played, but hopefully it turns out to be really good. Hopefully it's gonna give us an interesting story, a really scary atmosphere, and it's gonna really take us back to the original survival horror roots. Alright, so I'm really interested in playing it, and that's coming out October 14th. Now, also on that same day, like I said, is Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition. This is a re-released version of Sleeping Dogs for the next-gen consoles and actually PC this time around. It's going to include an updated texture pack. I think they said more dense traffic and more civilians on the road. It's basically like, it's not as upgraded as Tomb Raider Definitive Edition was, because Tomb Raider Definitive Edition looked better than the PC port. What I think Sleeping Dogs is essentially them just... I mean, it doesn't look as glamorous as Tomb Raider did. I mean, why didn't they go... What they should have done is they should have went in there, used all their special, you know, Tress Effects stuff, used like physics, and then like really like locked it down, and hopefully... Like Tomb Raider, from what I've heard, it's a locked 30 frames per second, but it could be unlocked on PS4. I'm not really sure surrounding that. But I like Sleeping Dogs when it released back in 2011. I thought it was a really good game. I think it was 2012, actually. I thought it was a really good game. I'm looking forward to it, and I will be picking it up at a later date, all right? I still haven't gotten Metro Redux. I do want to get that. I'm just going to wait for a later date to pick that up. It's better for me to purchase the new games rather than purchase the re-released games and play them over again, all right? During the downtimes, like the winter and the summer, is when I'll have a lot of time to play those games, again, and just re-experience them and such. So that is coming out the same day as The Evil Within. Now, there's some other games coming out. We did have Battlefield Hardline releasing and Batman Arkham Knight, but those games got pushed to 2015, so those aren't coming out in October anymore. But the last game coming out in October is Sunset Overdrive. Now, Sunset Overdrive is from Insomniac Games, which those of you guys who are, have been fans of my channel for a while now, you know that I'm not really fond of Insomniac Games. Not really as a full developer in the games that they put out, but all of their games last generation were very mediocre, if not bad. Let's be honest here. I didn't like Resistance, Fall of Man. I didn't like the original Resistance at all. I thought it was boring. I didn't like Resistance 2. I didn't like Resistance 3. And Fuse was the most generic, boring piece of crap ever. Alright? So, and believe me, I tried to give him another chance. I gave him another chance with Fuse. Alright, great new IP, some co-op, it seems good, but Fuse didn't turn out to be good at all. Alright? I mean, if I can go, Spyro the Dragon was good, and I was like, oh, Spyro the Dragon I was such a big fan of, and let's go to now, and their games are boring. So, it's going to be interesting to see how Sunset Overdrive comes up. Is it going to be a good game? Is it going to be a generic game? Is it going to be a game I'm not really fond of playing? So, I don't know. My history with Insomniac Games has been very poor, in terms of me liking their games. I haven't liked their games at all. Any of their games last generation, I never liked a single one of them. And Sunset Overdrive is a new IP. It's the game they always wanted to make. And so it could turn out to be either, again, like a cult hit or something that's just boring. And I think we're just gonna have to wait and see, all right? From what I can gather, there's no story to really the game. It's one of those games where you just jump in and have fun and do whatever you want. So we're gonna have to see, all right? But I do have a pre-order, the Day 1 edition. I will be picking up the game, and it's either gonna fail hard or it's gonna be boring and it's gonna suck, all right? So I'm a bit nervous, all right? But let's give them a chance. New IP, it's the game they always wanted to make. So let's give them a chance, and a fair and open chance, and let's purchase their game and get it on release and play it and see how it is. All right. So that's the last game releasing in October. Now I'm aware that somewhere in this month of October, there's some big overhauls happening to PlayStation. All right. In fact, tomorrow, if not tonight, PlayStation Vita is getting its firmware 3.3 update, which allows basically the use of dynamic themes and stuff on the PlayStation Vita. Sometime this month, PlayStation 4 is going to get dynamic theme support. Alright, I don't think I'll be doing a video, but I'll definitely be talking about that on Twitter, posting my opinion and stuff. And like I said, I'll probably be updating my PS Vita tonight, checking out the themes and maybe purchasing a theme or two on the Vita and getting, like, a new style to it. So we're getting all this cool stuff. But basically, this month of October is just going to be me trying to catch up. Now, keep in mind, right now I'm playing The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, right? So when I'm done recording this video, I'm going to go back to my game, and it's going to be The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. I'll basically be playing that all night tonight. And then tomorrow I'll probably put Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor in. Friday I'll probably put more hours in The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Saturday I'll be recording my first impressions for Forza Horizon, playing it all day Saturday. Sunday, Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor, like, all day. Monday, hopefully I can beat The Vanishing of Ethan Carter on Monday, alright, and if I can beat it before then I'm going to try and get Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor wrapped up just in time for Alien Isolation. I don't want to overwhelm myself with all these games, and I am really excited for Alien Isolation. In fact, when I look at all the games that are coming out for the rest of this year, Alien Isolation is probably my most anticipated game for the rest of this year. I'm not kidding, alright? I know that's very dangerous to put that amount of faith in there. But like I said, everything I've seen just looks impressive as hell, and I'm really excited for the game. So when that game comes out, I'm going to want to allow myself to just play that game and really experience it. And I do want to do videos. I know the game has a survival mission, and I do want to do videos of it, so maybe I can make it into something cool, you know, like a cool survival series of videos that I can just upload and put it out there, and just me failing or me succeeding or maybe me doing challenges, you know, because I really hope that it turns out to be really good, and I do really want to get in there and get some content up on the channel, you know. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please check out the advantage. Actually, before I get into that, let me talk about the new format for the impressions. All right. Now you may have seen that the first one was the Vanishing Ethan Carter impressions. If you haven't watched that, go watch that. All right. Middle of Shadow Mortar, I also did this, and I will be doing this for Forza Horizon 2. My new format for impressions are basically, I record for basically an hour at the least. And I basically cut the video up into different segments. So I'll be watching a portion of the video. I'll cut a portion out and jump cut to a different part. And I think it's going to help keep the pace up. It's going to definitely make the videos a little bit shorter. But I think with it being shorter, it's going to be much more efficient. It's not going to be like, oh great, here he is exploring for 10 minutes. He doesn't know where to find this object. Instead, I'll just jump cut to me finding the object and me doing, you know, the stuff. So if you haven't watched it, it's very hard for me to accomplish because Middle of Shadow Mortar and The Vanishing Ethan Carter, I put the face cam on, and the face cam audio, basically the face cam video got synced with the audio for the commentary. So you'd be seeing me playing, right? And the audio is synced up with the game. So everything's fine there. But you see me playing, and you'll see me talking in the video where like nothing's going on. I'm not saying anything, and I'll just be like, and you know, in the top right hand corner of me playing the video, and it's just it's stupid, you know. So I gotta find a better way to do this. I think instead of, because what I've been doing is been recording with this webcam for face cam. Maybe I'll just pull out the camcorder, and maybe I'll have the camcorder record myself, and that way it won't like glitch up, because what's going on is that this guy, this camera turned on for some reason. What's going on is this guy right here, the webcam is glitching out, and I think it's just too much strain on my computer, because keep in mind, my computer's recording footage from the game in a very high quality, full 1080p, very high, like 18 megabits per second, alright, is the file size, alright. It's recording in very high quality, and I'm recording full 1080p video here, and I'm also rendering at that same time. I'm rendering the unboxing usually. So I think there's just so much strain that's going on my CPU that's causing stutter, and it's causing things to desync. So I'm going to have to find a way to make that a little bit more efficient, put less strain on the PC so that I can get everything synced up and everything can look perfect, alright? So that is my plan. So just keep that in mind. I know it sucks, alright? If you watch the Middle of Shadow Mortar impressions, it's bad, alright? Let's just be honest here. It's bad. I added some new transitions for me going to scene, but the commentary got desynced with the video, and my face cam also got desynced with that commentary. So it was like a big jumble of just bullshit, you know, and I was like, oh my god! And then 10 seconds later, that big thing that I just boasted about would happen on screen for you guys. So I just got to find a way to make it more efficient, and I'm working on that. So I just want to apologize right up front that if it seems like a rocky start, I'm just trying to change the format so things are more interesting, alright? That's, you know, like I told you guys, I just want to make things more interesting, I want to make things more appealing, and hopefully I can do that, alright? Thank you all for watching, I really do appreciate it, and I will talk to you all later, and I guess look forward to more gameplay. I'll probably have Forza Horizon 2 up sometime this weekend, and maybe another gameplay video of Middle of Shadow Mortar, depending on the content, alright? Talk to you guys later, have a great day.